Good morning. Now here's a thing I talk about quite a bit and have done over the last few years, and that is authority. I think what happens as humans that we tend to look towards authority because we've been taught not to trust the obvious, the only authority, the only thing that is, and that is just being here. So what we do is we latch on to teachings and things like that, and there's nothing wrong with taking inspiration, listening to someone says and seeing if, well, is that true for me, is that right for me, or is it something out of my experience, but I'm looking for an authority, so therefore I take that on. And that's what we tend to do. And I know this because I've done it myself, and I've put people on pedestals only to find out that they're just ordinary people like myself. And that's fine, people can do what they want, if they think they have the answer, then that's cool. But the problem is that others try to apply that to their own lives and struggle to achieve it, especially in the spiritual realm, I guess you could call it. They try to struggle this unattainable ideal and therefore sacrifice their own innate being, their own innate sense of what is, their own enjoyment of life to try and attain something which someone else has proclaimed. Now, the only thing we all really have in common is just being here. Apart from that, we'll never know each other. I don't have a teaching, and I'm just a voice coming out of a camera, a video, a device. So I'm not even there. If you're listening to this, I'm not even there in the room. So I don't even really exist for you in that way. But the mind plays tricks. They can put these firstly very well-known gurus, and if there are sycophants around them, then they are gurus. If they're telling someone that they haven't got it, they're a guru in no uncertain terms. Gurus, oh look, they're pruning the trees. Gurus will never do anyone any favours. Not them personally, but they won't do you a favour. Looking up to someone is really a diminishing of your own being, your own isness, or whatever you prefer to call it. To have that diminished is to deny your own existence. And I know, you can't say words these days, especially with the non-dual crowd. No one exists. Well, let's just see through the goddamn words. Being here. I hate word soup. Anyway, if we trust somebody else, if we look up to someone and put them on a pedestal, rather than just being, then we'll just struggle. We'll be seeking and struggling and not getting anywhere. We might even just close down completely and just sit there wondering why this thing I want to do I can't do. Wade through the street. Spanish mornings. Everyone's out their doors. Hola. Everyone's out their doors chatting to each other. It's kind of nice like that. I'm hoping that's what my new life's going to be like that when I move. So yeah, life is to be enjoyed, is it not? Is that what it's, is that ultimately what it's about? what is the purpose of life? Well, it's to live, right? It's to live, to be life itself. Because that's what we are, right? We're life itself. But if we're struggling to be anything more than life itself, I'm not talking about things like, buying a new car or going on a nice holiday or finding a partner. I don't mean those things. I mean the inner sense of peace, well-being, enjoyment of life. If we're struggling in the future trying to find that as an ideal that is proclaimed by someone who thinks they know better than you, then the enjoyment of life reduces. It becomes just turgid and difficult and even desperate. Because we then deny the beauty of just life itself. Life itself is very simple. It just is. There's nothing really you can say about it. Well, yeah, I can try to say something about it, but then it's just words. And those words are only meaningful to me and not to you. You have your own words to describe the profound and sublime nature of what is. And even that wouldn't do it justice, even if it's your own words. But, as humans, we try to express ourselves in these beautiful poetic ways. Whether it's music, poetry, conversation, art, writing, whatever it is, There are myriad expressions in the physical reality of the unphysical, the sense of life which is not sensed by the physical senses. It's sensed by something very deep within, but can't be brought to the surface into the senses or the brain. And I think that's where people get confused and struggle, because they're trying to bring that inexplicable sense into the physical senses or the realm of the mind. To me, all teachings and philosophies are all well and good, but they're all of the mind. The innate sense of being cannot be put in the realm of philosophy. It can, but it's not the real sense itself. That is only sensed by you. Only you sense that. No one else can sense that. No one can speak to it. We can speak of it and share it, and we know what each other's talking about, but we can't explain it to one another. Now, for that sense of life or being to be sensed, nothing has to happen. You just already know it. People often think they don't know it, but they actually do. There's only you there. There's only you there. You're the only one in your experience, let's say. So only you, only I can sense that sublime sense of is. And there's no point in looking for it, because what we do, we look for it in an idea or an ideal. It just is, and we just already know it. And if someone says, I don't know it, all I have to do is ask, you're alive, right? And if someone says, well, who's alive? Then it's just, then we get into word soup, Again. And then that just becomes just semantics and has no real meaning to the beauty and joy of life. Okay, so I think that's all I have to say. I'm nearly home. And I'm going to start packing now. I've got about 3-4 weeks left and I'm gone. Go this way. Yeah, I've got a link to buy me a coffee if you want to buy me a coffee that I just drank. If you want a one-to-one with me, you can also email me. And yeah, have a good day. And enjoy life itself. Bye.